It's now episode 13 of Tezalovic, in which Bosnia has been prospering in both wealth as well as building new structures like temples, which we already have in Verbosna, Usora, Donja Kraj, and coming soon, Soli. But the greater news I just found out is that they have a son, Sevislav Sanulatovic, which no doubt that in the future would be referred to as Sevislav II, but he's a newborn, born to these parents and not of the concubine. And speaking of, children and pregnancy, my wife Vasiliki is pregnant. I have a lot of daughters. One would think I would probably have another son, which of course that means he's going to inherit some of these counties. Originally we were going to raid for more money, but instead let's raid Croatia right now. Serbia is about to grab Bosnia. My wife seems to be going through a particularly harsh pregnancy. Oh. Perhaps it would be best for her to retire for a few months from public life and think of her health during this delicate period of her life. Now she's having a difficult pregnancy. This woman's going through a particularly hard pregnancy. Actions that would normally be symbols now beyond her abilities. Well, since she's 40 and this is going to be her last child, I'll tell my wife to take leave for the pregnancy. Wonder how she'll react. Oh yes, I invited some Greeks who are of a Serbian descent to come to Bosnia, as their kingdom is about to fall to the Byzantine Empire. So I thought, well, some of their men and women can come here. Men look for employment, while the women may become, well, maybe concubines or my cousin or something. And don't forget that I'm still paying the ransom. And yes, they brought their families with them. Thankfully, my wife has taken advice from her and decided to spend the last few months of her pregnancy in seclusion. See? She's in hiding right now. Wish for the best. Now, I'm 37. He's 45. You're only able to get 2 daughters. You know what? Why don't you... screw it. There's 2 women that I want. And that's the reason why I brought those 2 here from Greece. One's born quick and the other's genius, but she's also club-footed and chaste. So, screw it. You live in Bosnia now. You will never say no to the offer. So yeah, more children, more power to them. Bosnian Branimir. Hold on, why do I give, I forgot about him, but like, maybe I should give, these women to him. He's got the best in stewardship. I just said, you know what, screw it, take her. Boom, already married. And you can have that other girl too. One would think, it's like, what's the matter with you? You being contradictory or something? Hold on. Set her aside and see if I can offer my son a concubine. There it is. And I noticed something else too. Not regarding of age, but... That's all you're gonna have for now. Now we got bigger fish to catch. Alright, Rashka's done it. We've expanded this part of the land. Croatia is getting smaller and weaker. And we'll see that we will raid Zagreb and see if we could take their son and try to raise him as Slavic and not Orthodox. And then we have to kill him as well by antagonizing. And speaking of antagonizing, is Bulgaria up to anything? Nope. Which means I'm going to duel him again. What's his combat skill? B2. Well, he's a genius. One would think he would be clever in a future duel against me. I beat him once, and I'm going to beat him again. Let's fight. My silver-hilted long sword feel like an extension of my arm, and meeting Kova's eyes were full of apprehension. I move and gracefully strike once, and need not to strike again, and once it's done, I roar in victory. So now he's severely injured again. Ha! I forgot I turned the notifications on for that one. Another Lithuanian girl that's also named Madonna. Interesting. Cynical. Hey. Hey, here we go again. Hey, you wanna have the Lithuanian girl? Oh wait, wrong guy. My son. She just turned 16. So here you go. Yeah. And plus I have business focus currently because we've been making so much money through raids, so I thought we'll make more money by other means. We got him! Yes, we did. We didn't need the daughter yelling. We got him. Put him under house arrest. And change the childhood focus to faith. And I will be his guardian. Where's me? I know I have a high martial skill. Might become a Slavic faithful. We're not going to convert him to Bosnian. He will remain Croatian. Well, we loot this area first, then get back down to where we were. Or we can raid Veglia once it's all said and done. My lord, there's a noble warrior at the gate. He says he's a veteran of many battles and desires to become a champion of my house. He praises my wisdom and honor and pledges to always defend me and my household if I accept him in my retinue. Yeah, sure, welcome. Let me see. Christen me. Cannot believe that planned work. We actually raided and we only took the son. We could have took his wife as well, but oh well. This man. Strong and brave. Good man. A noble warrior. So yeah, we have your son now. And I'm gonna start antagonizing you. And I'm gonna turn off the notifications on both of those characters because I got what I wanted. Okay. Yet another daughter who is born sickly. Named my daughter Groislava. So please save my daughter. Yeah, we're raiding the place again, but even though it's not fully recovered from being looted. You want me to focus on carousing? Well, I'll consider it. Because I'm currently in a business focus right now. And a book is finally composed. It took me a lot of years. I mean, I began to reign at 25 and finally at the age of 38, book is composed. And the Byzantines have taken over Istria. Everyone knows I spent years and years directing the work of my book, when today I'm presented with the final product. Smiling broadly, but I can't help but swell with a sense of well-deserved pride. The legendary Tezalovic fighter is the name of this book. Here it is, the legendary Tezalovic fighter. During his lifetime, King Vladislav the Merciless was the pride of his society. This manuscript, vividly detailing the man's achievements, makes it clear why he is still in high regard by all warriors, young and old. Which means prestige up, so is dynasty opinion, as well as brave. This was what I wanted to write all along. Wanted to write how great my grandfather was. Liliana wasn't smart enough to write a book about him, but I had to. That's the reason why I had to get the learning skill. Always wanted to write a book like this. So that way people in the Tezalovic dynasty will look at one another more kindly now. And thank you for giving my daughter a second chance. So she'll live. She's not, no longer sickly. And finally, I've become the hero. Bring me the bear pelt. Should I go down there? Well, actually, I may want to rethink it, because Byzantines are not at war and they're going to be coming. Head to Vidin instead. Even strength. Apparently, I am a hero without, without a fight. Okay, I've noticed that all the focus on the physical activity might be dimming Bogdan's mind. My son has been ignoring many of his studies and responsibilities to better refine his combat skills, overly belittling their importance compared to the art of war. Wouldn't have it any other way. You may be another dull-minded warrior like the rest of the ancestors, but hey, you get all the good women now. And we hope you all have happy children. Healthy children. What is... Oh yeah, that's my friend, Gorislava the Butcher. What do you mean, the Butch? What war? A revolt war? Sorry. I got money to make. I'm sure the Bulgars are mad at us now, because we're raiding their land. Okay. Bulgarian liberation of Moldavia. I was planning on dueling him, just to teach this guy a lesson. This German girl here is now Slavic. Again, we have your son. It's too bad we didn't take your wife with you. Who was also the spy master, currently scheming. Again, my only ward. Got what I wanted for the past 2 episodes or so. So, Bosnian bastard child. Girls will be girls. Shrewd is great. Actually, hang on. I just saw the childhood focus that she didn't have. What was her name? I must have missed that, and she's not a Tezalovic. You'll be one for intrigue. Apparently Dukla owns that bit of land too. King Hranislav is a shell of a man, barely strong enough to stand his own. Who could ever respect such a pitiful creature? Should make sure everybody knows how pathetic he is. He is the most disgraceful king. It looks like King Hranislav is exclusively concerned with preventing the rumors I spread about him in any way it jeopardizes his legitimacy. He seems to perceive my attack more as an annoyance than a grievous insult I attended. Well, you're already mad enough. I think. You've already been provoked. And I may provoke you more by taking Vukovar possibly in a future war. And then eventually subjugate you. You are an infidel, Hranislav. You worshipping false idols and forsaking the word of Perun. Well, what more is needed to disparage him? Well, cave at it. We're going to become a rival one day, and I'm going to kill him in a duel. And this child that I have in my prison, once he's raised Slavic, and when he reaches adulthood, I will release him. And then in the future war, we'll subjugate him. That's, of course, if the heir of the Croatian throne takes over Bosnia. And, wait a minute. I got the words confused. In a moment. You just build yourself a temple. And slowly. The Bulgars did take Temis. So we're going to be raiding that as well. Possibly we'll go back down there since that one's not properly looted. Back down to Drakon, Red, all those places. Well, it's all gone now. The Slavic kingdom of Epirus is gone. And that's why I invited some of the Slavic Greeks to come to Bosnia. Our homes are now yours. There's a way of showing these refugees some solidarity as they look for possible employment and women marry into our royal family, or concubines. As long as he knows how to learn to fight. I mean, you got high diplomacy skill, and guess we can put that down. And good on you for having more virtuous traits. Still waiting for legalism to go up. Because once you become feudal, then you can switch to late feudal and then primogeniture, in which effectively God will kind no more. How many of the vassals like me? But the better question is, how much does the council like? Because we kind of need loyalists. Slavonia. The Byzantines wants to grab Slavonia, referring to all this area. Well, new problems are beginning to arise. The Byzantine Empire wants to grab all of Slavonia because it's almost like one would think that Croatia has outlived its usefulness to the empire. Which, mind you, this is a de jure part of the Byzantine Empire, and so are we. I'm thinking about actually fighting against them. But the problem is, we don't have that much of the money to means of financing such a war on a massive scale. Actually, go down this way. There are many legends about the great man whose blood I share. Of curious stories with circulated quarterly, it focuses on an epic feat where Vladislav proves his strength of character. The more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. The fact that he was cynical. No, I make my own fate. We're actually just inadvertently going to be helping Croatia. Mara's a genius. I'll keep that name, Mara. Oh, they're slowing him down. Excellent. This is a stupid move because, you know, you're going up against the Byzantine Empire where they have the best equipment on the that the Empire has to offer. They're going to be crossing this river. And we have the advantage of the mountains. Our famous Bosnian mountains. We have the best commanders that they have to offer, right? It'll be on the 10th of April. Again, we're not at war. We just decided to help out Croatia a little. In their tribal vassal Ukraine, we'll be able to assist Croatia. The enemy of my enemy is also my friend, for now. If there's one thing I hate more than the traitors of the Slavic peoples, is the Byzantines themselves, the ones who brought orthodoxy to this region. Look at all that heavy cavalry they had. It could have easily killed us off, but clearly they were crossing the river and we have mountains, and they try to overwhelm charging us, which appears to be working a bit. Try to break our center, but it ain't enough. Mountain ambush tactic by the Tibetan. He knows his way around the mountains. There, we beat him back. Battle of Usura. It has been ages since I felt so reinvigorated by a battle. Every day our unit is moving, is connected by some unspoken bond. I exclaim eagerly one night, or higher power of some kind. This is all you, my lord, one of the soldiers says with a look of a genuine surprise on his face. Am I not already humble? Yes, I am, and I'm going to remain so. Part of Branimir's character. This is a team effort, soldier. Now I'm a brilliant strategist. You go from this to this. Apparently there is reinforcements coming up, but they're already on retreat and they should be too late to save their rest of their army. Yes, we took a bit of casualties, which they are acceptable losses because they'll already be replaced once the goes out then. Well, here comes fresh troops now. It's led by a strategos. Even with bad morale that we have, we still beat him back. How many days for 100 days? Yes, we're advertently helping Croatia because I don't want the Byzantines to expand into here and make them more powerful than they already have. Head down there again. One would think that maybe I should spend on some prestige to get more cavalry and light infantry retinues. Now let's just head down there, reset the hostile days. Look, I may be helping out at war, but you are still the most disgraceful king. And he's stressed about it. I can tell. I'm antagonizing you, while meanwhile, you're having a big war. Which, of course, my participation doesn't really help the war score a bit, but hey, at least we're doing something. And one would think maybe I should declare war against the Byzantine Empire just for this piece of land here. So we just need some money. We're just here to collect. Collect before they return. Now the Byzantines are at revolt. It's for independence. What countries that wishes to be independent from the empire? It's led by Zagreb and some that wanted to get out of here, including in Sardinia. Excellent, that'll keep them busy. I think I will most definitely declare conquest. So just collect a few more gold pieces and then we're off. War is more important, and I may put you in the front line soon as a commander. Okay, another revolt broke out. What is this time? Once again, Bosnia devastates another empire. And this one is a claim war. Theophino. This one's Theophinus, the Bulgar. That's different. Theo. Well, never mind. Let's just look. We're gonna disband our troops here and then refill them up because we already have enough reinforcements to fill them all up. Yes, we do. Almost at full strength, but that's good enough. 16,000. I don't know about that. Do we really wish to take them on? But then again, I'm a gambling man, so I think so. And of course, in order to fight a war against the Byzantine Empire, it's not going to be ourselves, but our tribal vassal as well. But we need to please these vassals, particularly Bax and Dukla. Bax, even though an infidel, could be a good diplomat. Although the chief of Imotski isn't going to like that. That's my cousin. He gets to be chancellor. And some guy here, no need for that. Where is Dukla? You get to be that as well. Might as well build a legend. Right. That should get everyone on board. Told you! Can't please everyone. And I want the High Chiefdom of Ohm. Well, I'm still gonna hold it regardless. Like it or not. That's how it's gonna be. Uh-huh. Very well. So yeah. You're up against a pretty big enemy here who carries the tongue of the unbeliever. And it's of the bigger of the Byzantine revolts, so let's have a conquest. One would think that is probably either the boldest move or the dumbest, or who knows. What's gonna accept what Box won't, because he doesn't like me enough. And it's also due to the fact that somebody has spread vicious rumors about me. Probably one of those people who have the intrigue skill. Intrigue focus. Everyone gather around. Since when did Bosnia and Orthodox Croatia become best frenemies? And I know for the fact you're brawny and you want it to be something else, but I can't allow you to be timid. We're gonna toughen you up, girl, but just have to wait for the war to be over. Then we'll probably make you as a shield maiden in the future. Next generation Bosnian shield maidens. It seemed it was only Rashka and Pex were the only ones that made the call. The others are just too busy. So we'll be going in. I mean, we're not allied with Croatia, but we're advertly assisting them. Supply limit's good. It's enough troops for all of us to be in. Oh, Aldona, the Lithuanian girl, they call her the Shrinking Violet. What does that mean? I know you're a member of the Warrior Lodge, the Band of Medina. Don't know what that means other than that. Okay, raid this already vulnerable area then. Move on from there, and we will still be waiting for the main revolt army to come. Which, of course, a combined strength. We can't take all 16,000 of them on, but I doubt all of 16,000 would come here. They're already fighting the Empire. And we've lost a Gospelli because the guy who revolted has died. But he's still weak. We'll still take him on. Right, get back there. Try again. I want that county. And nothing is going to stop us. Same allies as before. And that place is already occupied thanks to our ally, vassal, tribal vassal. Oh really, I actually impregnated her. I didn't think she would like me. But then again, Branimir has a thing for Lithuanian women. Oh, one of the prisons, I really don't care. They'll eventually die in a dungeon and I Still wouldn't care. Let's move on down here. Bring the Tibetan in. Temple in Soli is finished. It's the Temple of Srebrenica. And Bosnia's first priestess. Although there were priestesses over there, but not in Bosnia. She'll probably be a diviner in the future with that type of skill. Alright, head to there. Mind you, they are in a very, very weak position. Even their hired mercenaries, the Varagnian Guard, won't be able to save them. And Croatia will be able to defend itself. Twitching, paranoid fool. You're still the most disgraceful. And I don't care. You can't deny that I'm trying to make you a rival. So I can get rid of you. And this son of yours will be one of ours. Not as Bosnians, but Slavic faith. Croatia will be Slavic again. I can guarantee you that. There's not a damn thing that you can do about it now. But we're still up. Another revolt. Pancratios. Let's put a claim for that man. Very well, head to Castoria. Going deep in the heart of what used to be Greco-Serbian land. As long as you learn how to fight. And I'll consider you putting in as commander soon. What's going on? Supply limit's bad. So head to down there instead. Get out of there. Bogdan the Moaner. Another revolt broke out. Soon we'll be running out of land to conquer. Princess Rathone. Wait a minute. Rathone? You mean... the Rathone? Her? This one? She does have a weak claim on the Byzantine Empire. Well, stone the crows. Okay, stay there. Do not move. Climate is temperate, so we won't suffer winter attrition. This is deep in the Balkan Peninsula. Right, Miroslav. You done with your little war yet? Maybe one day they'll call for white peace since they got too many wars in their hands now. This is brilliant. This is further revenge for all the not only for the remaining Slavic Croats, but also for the Greco-Serbians. Beware the Ides of March, Basilis. It's March 15th. We taken Larissa, although again this area is part of the fallen kingdom of Epiros, which has been retaken by the Byzantine Empire. And since a good portion of this area is under new administration, which the reinforcement rate's coming in slowly, so it should be easier to take these areas. Rebels. They're attacking our allies. But of course they'll beat them. They have the better equipment, the rebels have. And they'll come more. And Now it's my marshal. Oh boy. Well, you are trouble, Kinslet. Wait a minute. You're the one that spread the bad rumors about me. You forfeited your office. Remind me to arrest you later. Oh, wow. Don't want to put you in. You're a trickster. I did say something about, these men who used to live in the old country down there to look for employment. Well, here you go. Now train the troops, because this is going to be a long one. If this keeps up. It's Bohemia. No, I'm gonna need her. As a matter of fact, you're not gonna be marrying anybody. We need you to be the shield maiden of Bosnia in the future. War score is winning. War score is going up for us. Keep it up. I just noticed it's like this area is still iconoclast. Leftovers from the old kingdom. I mean, these Slavic pagans that used to live here, they were never iconoclasts. It's just they prevented them from converting to Orthodoxy like some of the areas has, including this former capital of the fallen kingdom. It's the revenge for the fallen and the Slavic Croats, which one day they will return in prominence, and it'll eventually become part of the larger Bosnian Empire. That's what I plan on having in the future. You see, Branimir's a magnificent bastard, I tell you. Alright, my work with him is done now. We're bitter rivals. We'll deal with that as once we deal with the Greek threat. Well, I gave her intrigue education late, but now... Boom, you got it. And I think it should be more ambitious. Yes, an ambitious spy master. Dangerous combination. That's what she might be in the future. Unless... Hey, son. Is there room for one more? One more concubine for you. And she's a Bosnian. And why on earth would you want to have my daughter? That's incest. We're not Zoroastrians. The conversion of Bohemia. They've converted to Orthodoxy as well. It's the neighbors. It's Gradets. And its influence is going to keep growing. Which, matter of fact, one would think all of Slavic Europe is going to turn Orthodox. And I want to be the exception. The Byzantine sphere of influence is still growing as they wish to be rivaling to the power of the Holy Roman Empire. While Bosnia sits in between them. We are between the hammer and the anvil. And with the Croatian situation, I mean, yes, they're Orthodox, but we're about to bring back Slavic paganism, although we can't convert to the masses for them, but we could install a ruler that will be in our faith. War is almost over, and I will continue to help out Croatia somehow through raids. They're about to go independent. and the wife of the Croatian King could possibly be the future, Vasilitsa. Alright, let's find his troops. We need to beat them at least once and then we'll win. We've already occupied all the areas. Search and destroy. These are rebels. Don't attack them. We're looking for the loyalist army. In my search for wisdom in the name of Marana, I've had more than one epiphany relevant to my welfare of my lands. Spreading that knowledge is not only beneficial to my rule, but also a sacred duty in and of itself. The goddess wisdoms is a bottomless well. Praised be she. We got more military technology. Oh, this is gonna definitely hurt the amount of troops we got out of there, but not out of the woods yet. Oh, this is just as bad. Well, we gotta find him and kill him quick. Well, they did it. Duchy of Adrianopolis, Sardinia, and Corsica are now independent from the Byzantine Empire. All thanks to the Bulgar. The Byzantine Empire is weaker than before, and it shouldn't be a threat to Bosnia's interest ever again. Alright, just this one battle. We have the numbers. They have the equipment in the hills and the strait crossing. We have the commanders. They have the Norse on their side. We have the bravery. We won. This one county that has been separated from Croatia for so long is now returned in Slavic hands. There is no longer a Prince Archbishop living in that area. But if we get enough money, the Duchy of Croatia will return. I could spend it right now, but we need to get home first. Go home, and we'll start raiding again. And Croatia will be on a winning end of it soon. There's no way they can take Constantinople. Well, not with those type of numbers. Yeah, right. How you doing over there? Yeah, I got two different kings. A Khan and a king, I should say, as my rivals, and I'm willing to duel both of them. Club-footed. Well, it does come from your mother, who is both a genius and a club-footed, so Mara's a genius, Voyasa, which I will leave that name to it, is club-footed. If my cousin dies, I might throw my vote to that young genius girl. Whew. While passing judgment onto criminals from the safety of my throne, a young noble is brought before me. I quickly come to the conclusion that the man is indeed guilty. Condemning him might not be the wisest choice, but he is of noble birth. If I were to pardon the man and prove himself useful to me, he would be in my debt. Well, release him now. Do not forget what I did for you. I'll take the prestige hit. Now, who are you exactly? Another man who is strong. Just some Bosnian man who hails from over there. And, troops are about to be home, so we can have a rest a little, reinforce our levies. Then we're gonna go back to raiding for more money. Well, actually, we have got enough, so just wait for the retinues to go up a little. Oh yes, this county that's culturally Greek. Let me see. Aha! Well, the Greeks did come bearing gifts to this land. Byzantine riding ground, which is heavy infantry and horse archers. And we could have more of this. Yeah, they could prove useful to me. Yeah. Although it's only temporary. Because those lands will soon be inherited by Bogdan the Moaner, who will own most of the counties. That's Croatian land. While Serbia will go to my youngest, Miroslav, who's born from a concubine of this Lithuanian girl. As I travel by carriage on the road in Bosna, well, to be fair, I was with my retinue. I passed by what appears to be an old shuttered inn. The sight of it fills me with questions. What forced them to close down? Could I do a better job than the previous owners? Perhaps this would be a golden opportunity to improve my stewardship. It is settled. I will buy the inn. I'm a businessman at heart. The inheritance money, the looted money, let's spend it. So I buy the inn and put in effort in restoring it. As she is growing older, I could see that Nino Slava could use some guidance in my experience areas. The art of war. This is my chance to make an effort for the sake of her education, but what can I offer? Well, Nino Slava, I'm going to recruit you to the Warrior Lodge, and you must learn on your own. And she is willing. Don't you run off now. You're craven. So get ready to take a hit. Huh? My daughter's joined me for dinner tonight, but has not said a single word of it feels like an eternity. When I try to coax some conversation out of the girl, she fumbles. I am not like you, father. Face redder scene. I failed my initiation. You failed? Well, I could become cruel or kind. Look, I don't want to piss off my vassals any further than I need to. I have a high enough combat skill, so for once... Oh dear, I'm still proud to call you family, Ninoslava. She will recover from her failure. So, I'm kind now. Oh yes, the inn. The vagrants in my new inn have been evicted. The holes in the roof have been patched, and the whole building has been thoroughly aired out to cleanse it of the most offensive odors. The new staff's been hired, and at the time has come for me to decide on a new name of my inn. Let's see. The Bottomless Taker, the Mead Fountain, the Jester's Choice, or the Drunken Squire. I'm gonna go with the Mead Fountain. That'll attract these people in. Look, Bosnia is a prosperous land, so we need to sound something prosperous. I mean, a fountain. Name of it. Seems to have a lot of independent opinions. Refuses to listen to the priest. Stop trying to be patient, will you? And she is. If I can't make you a shield minion, but at least we can have something out of you. Alright, things are very busy, my new one. With everyone preparing for the grand opening night, guests will be able to sample turnips for free, but if I added a generous amount of salt to them, people might become more thirsty and mead sales would increase. Wow. I'm a fair man. I'm average. Average Joe had 20% salt. Your turnips are salted. Have a drink. I was drinking water, mind you. We'll check out with the Croatian War in a moment. Just let me get done with this inn business. My inn will soon be open to the public. But one last detail demands my attention before the opening night. Some form of act or spectacle will need to be booked to keep the guests around. After scouring the lands for what passes for entertainment, I conclude that the following options are available to me. The traveling bard from distant lands, a renowned United Kestrel singer, or a wild ass that allegedly speaks and recites poetry. Well, they call me Branimir the Bard because I won the poetry contest. So, let's have a traveling bard from distant land. So, let's book him. I don't have the poet trait, but maybe they'll sing songs about my grandfather Vladislav, and we all aspire to be him. And if he were alive now to see the amount of lands control, he would just faint happily. I was away. She is ranking up in the ranks of her warrior lodge, so good on her. The bard I've hired for my inn's opening night was from far away and spoke a peculiar language. Yet, despite that there was a strangely compelling elegance and rhythm to his poetry and song, at least people seem to think so. Sales were good, and I see no reason to complain. Keep the meat flowing. We got a little bit of gold out of this. The salt trick seems to have actually worked. Who would have thought? The thirst of my guests seemed unquenchable, and the meat sales exceeded expectations. I made a nice little profit. Here's 20 more. I trust her word. The opening night of my inn is concluded, and that the time has come for me to move on from this venture and resume my other duties. Whatever else can be said, I have learned many valuable lessons on running a business. A buyer is ready to take the inn off my hands at a tidy little profit for me. It was nice while it lasted. 65 more gold and plus 2 stewardship. See? All about the money. All about the money. Just looking at size of it. Sorry, we should go raiding again. We made a business out of running an inn. Now let's do this other piece of business. And ruining the empire by looting or raiding the Bulgars. Border dispute. And you've run out of money? Oh boy. One would think I should just put you out of your misery right now, but I can't because you are at war. But you, however, also at war. Something's gotta give. We're gonna be raiding them soon. And down here. This. That. We're gonna be rich again. I set it to raiders, right? Correct. Just making sure. Designated regent has passed, so... Who wants to be the designated regent? Likes me the least. My cousin. Who is also a hero. Teach you to be more kind. And she has. Told you, Branimir has a way with words. Hang on. Observing yet another game of drinking, Chief Leo told storming off with a sullen expression on his face. It occurs to me how my acquaintance sorely lacks patience. It is useful in battle as well, I mumbled, scratching my chin, contemplating offering him some guidance. This man needs to show him a different way. A new ambition. I need to make a friend, and I would like to be popular. I only have 2 rivals and no friends. Thought I had friends. He is great and he needs my help. In order to make him see things differently, we're going to be observing some fighting games, hoping it would teach the man that fortune comes and goes, and that my spirit is the only permanent thing in the world. Let's not get carried away. get some money. My acquaintance and I have retired from watching the games. Any traces of initial reluctance are gone, and I'm proud to be able to compliment him on how well he handled the experience. Thank you for this opportunity, Branimir, he says, more heartfelt than expected. He had this patience in him all along. Hey, made a friend. Now Prokop, a warrior in my lodge, is a poor duelist at best. Shameful for someone like him so woefully unready. Should the champion's spoon call upon his aid. Encourage him to spar with another member. How poor? Oh, peg leg. Prokop of Brno. Not to mention you're one of those Orthodox converts that Bohemia has. So therefore, you know what? Due to the fact, best teacher is failure. My friend, beat him up. He was soundly beaten by him, who barely broke a sweat. Suffered minor injuries, but I'm sure only sort of ill character. Mind you, he still trembled and he still bordered with Slavic pagans, which means, yes, even members of another religion can join that warrior lodge. Oh yeah, now that we expanded there is a new place to raid. Up there, Istria. And Crane as well. That's all. Oh no, that's tribal. I thought it was feudal for a moment. Bogdan has syphilis? Oh my god. Where did you get it from? Did your wife have it? Did any of these women have it? None of them. Well then, that's unfortunate of you. Call my court physician at once. That's my son, mind you. They treated him well. Another... The old Vladimirovich dynasty. Okay, don't go to those diseased areas and go straight to Ohrid instead. Oh my goodness! The shrinking violet, unknown father, Pokoveras Galacus. Born the child of another man. I cannot believe this betrayal. Oh man, it was him. Well, these Prussian, thought it was another Lithuanian. Were you seducing him? But I can't take it out on him. I have to take it out on her. Now I view her as an unfaithful harlot. Look, my past attractions is just, hey, I liked her due to the fact she's brawny, she dresses well, but now one would think, how dare you? But, well, I'm a fair man. I'm a kind man. Don't get angry. May not like her, but again, what was her opinion towards me? I didn't see. Well, she views me as just fine, especially that I'm a renowned duelist. Sex appeal, you know. She thought she could be inspired by me. For a fellow, well, we're not members of the same warrior lodge, but it's from one another. It's taking so long. It's a very fortified place. They spared no expense on building up fortifications on their end. And they're still killing many of our besieging soldiers. They're a big pile of money. And one of these days we gotta find that key. There. First horse archers of Bosnia, although of Greek origin, not to mention wrong religion, wrong culture. So yeah, that Prince Archbishop left us a few horse archers. So now you're considered a tough soldier. Well, can I at least put you as shield maiden? Alright. You don't have to be a member of the Warrior Lodge to be a shield maiden. But as long as you serve with distinction, as you are also ambitious, so yeah. Just serve your country, alright? Not necessarily the Warrior Lodge. Ah, yes, my child. I have got an increased amount of questions from Sebislav lately about Perun and the rituals of the Slavic faith. Look, what your parents have told you, well, you were newborn, so you didn't know. It's like, who are my parents? We did acknowledge who your parents are. We did acknowledge what they believe in. But it is time to teach him about Perun, in which he is Slavic now. Excellent. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. This bald-headed man with a goatee, he sure knows how to get things done, as well as making the realm prosperous as ever before. One would think that his accomplishments could even rival those of Vladislav. I mean, Liliana wasn't much. All she made was just tributary states. But now it's expansion and more money, advancements in technology, all that and more. Branislav, come out of hiding so I can duel you. I don't know where you've gone off to hiding. Is someone trying to assassinate you? It's highly doubtful. It's not theology focused, so he isn't in seclusion, whatever that means, but in the next episode, well, who knows? A lot of things could happen. I mean, I'm still making money. The Byzantine Empire is finished as a regional superpower for now, and we'll hope to see more of the adventures of Branimir the Bard. See you next time.